Happy solstice to you. This is 21st of June 2017 and it is the midsummer solstice, and the weather today has been perfect for me because we've had lots of cloud cover, so it's been nice and cool, and I've been enabled to do a little bit of work, you know, just cutting back because everything's got crazily, abundantly, wonderfully gorgeous. I can't complain, but I do have to do a bit of cutting back. As you can see, look, this is supposed to be a pathway. There's no getting through that. There is a path somewhere beyond that, you can see. So there's a fair bit of cutting back to do, but that's fine. Jack and I quite like being out here in the garden and pottering about. We just potter, don't we, Jack? We do a bit of pottering, yes. You and I potter together. I'd like to say a big shout out to a special lady, Lorena. I hope I've pronounced your name right, Lorena. Lorena. Thank you very much for the donation that you've just made. It is very deeply appreciated, because in these days, hard times for a lot of people, I know, and sometimes it's quite difficult here as well. So I do appreciate donations. My source of income is tiny. Well, I've said this before. And I don't like asking for donations. Anyway, look, what I've done, I've put two links underneath yesterday's video and the video that I'm just making now. I'm going to post the same links, and these links will be under every video. One is a link to what I've just opened up today on the advice of many of you who've emailed me and suggested I do so. I've opened up a Patreon account, and there's a link underneath this video to that. There's also a link underneath the video to PayPal and my email address on PayPal. I think that's what I'm supposed to post in order for you to be able to locate me on PayPal. There are donation buttons, a few of them, one or two, on the website. But anyway, I'd be very happy if you had a look on the Patreon account, because that looks quite good fun. And I have made a pledge that if I get a certain amount of patrons, Bealtaine Cottage patrons, I've always survived on patronage here. If I get a certain amount of patrons, I will start doing a little cookery video once a week. I'll be able to employ someone to come in and give me a little bit of help in doing the filming and doing the editing, which I obviously would need help with. So we'll see where that goes. Right, I'm going to just show you now what's growing here, because remember this crate that I got out of the barn, and I lined it with sheep's wool, which of course is a great food for plants as well as being a slug deterrent. Well, as you can see, the pumpkins, and I think they're all pumpkins, we'll see, are doing very well. Look at this one. Look how strong it is. And it's coming right over the edge here and beginning to make its way down onto the gravel. There's two here vying for attention. As you can see, another big one. I think this is the giant pumpkin here, and this one is probably a kind of a user-friendly size pumpkin. So And just round the back. Look at that. It's almost down on the ground now. So, it looks as though the crate has been quite successful in terms of growing the pumpkins. Excuse me. Sammy Bear is here. You've still got a big dirty face, Sammy. Look at the state of you. Honestly, time you cleaned yourself. Do you know, this is one dirty boy. He never cleans himself. And sometimes I've got to take a wet flannel and a sponge and clean him myself. That's why we call you Bear, Big Bearkin. Oh, he's all lovey-dovey. So, we just go round the side here. Look at the lushness up round the door, isn't that incredible? You see the pansies in that basket there, the hanging basket? I put that hanging basket out there, I think it was about January, and it's still on the go. Crazy. And these little cotoneaster bushes that I grew from seed, and you can see there's one growing either side of the front door here. Well, this one in particular is covered with berries. So that's going to look beautiful in the early autumn. And of course it's going to bring the birds, especially the blackbird, right up to the front door. Now the willow herb is beginning to open up. This is beautiful. You know, willow herb should be one of those standard garden plants instead of a weed. It's regarded as a weed, but it's absolutely stunning. And it doesn't spread that much. That little clump has been going there in the gravel for years. About 8 to 10 years, maybe more. And here it is, just about to open. And the colours of the flowers are just so vibrant. The valerian is just shocking pink at the moment. And the oxeye daisies, they're gorgeous. Just so beautiful. Oh, there's Sammy Bear spraying the bush. He's a rascal. Look at him. He's the big boss cat. He does love Jack. Bit of cross-species love going on there. Come on, Jack! So, I just want to show you these beautiful, beautiful dog roses. They're called Rosa Canina. They're gorgeous. And they're going right up through the trees. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Let me stand back and see if I can get a better shot. There we go, look at that. Can you see? I'll just do a bit of a close-up here. Isn't that gorgeous? Wild rose, Rosa Canina. Canina being Latin for dog. Go up round the side. There's the elephant grass coming up. That comes up year on year, with lots of beautiful feverfew below, and even a little touch of fuchsia, all packed in there. Got some box, some cotoneaster. Must get some water in around that ivy. And the path has closed up, So I'm not even going to try to go up through that. What are you doing, Sammy Bear? Oh, needless to say, he's doing something unmentionable. There's the goddess in all her glory. My little homemade bench. Do you know how easy it is to make a bench? Look, little blocks of wood, and I just kind of jigsawed them up roughly about the same size, and just nail one on top of the other on top of the other, and then nail a great big board on the top. Voila! A bench. Easy peasy. As you can see, the clematis is growing beautifully across this rather bright orange trellis, I know, but the clematis will be covering that up. And then there's clematis coming from the other side. So they're going to join in the middle. Look at that. Oh, there's a little bit of nasturtium as well. Nasturtium gets in everywhere. And I've got a nice rambling rose there that I do need to put some string onto. Support on the back of the shed. I've been doing a bit of cutting back along here because the path was getting rather overgrown. I have little pots of water all around the place, if not for Jack then for the birds. There's my kettle on the little chimney. All the flowers in the Jacob's ladder are out. And I'm thinking there just might be a bit of rain soon. It would be good. Look at the size of these figs coming on here. Not bad for Ireland. Growing figs outdoors in Ireland. But the Gloriana of the moment is this amazing rose. Look at this. Isn't that just fabulous? And it's so scented. I think in this day and age it's hard to get a really beautifully scented rose. But this is so delicately scented and it's just divine. Oh wow, wow, wow. It's sort of a wild rose, isn't it? Oh, please don't ask me the name of it because it's got lost. Look at that, isn't that fabulous? I'm going to be taking some cuttings of this, definitely. There's an ash tree growing up through it. Oh well, that's okay for the moment. It'll help to support it, no doubt. There's the white harebells. Posted off a lot of this seed last year. Eventually ran out. I'll be collecting some more. Aren't they beautiful? Red poppies. I think I'll be having some broccoli in my stir fry tomorrow. At the moment I'm having lots of stir fries because it's such a simple way to get the most of the harvest. So, got little peas coming out here, you see, little sugar snap peas. Well, grab a few of those, bit of broccoli, bit of celery, a few bits of kale, and stir fry that up with some nice rice and a little bit of sweet chilli sauce, and you're good to go. What a dinner. So I had a nice stir fry today, and I'm going to be having stir fries, I think, for the foreseeable future. Well, they're healthy. They're very healthy. Oh, look at the little... Now, is that Chinese... It is, it's Chinese forget-me-not. Sent out some of those seeds as well. I find that's the best way to get the most out of what you grow in the garden, is rather than plan meals, just try to allow for a little bit of culinary creativity. In other words, put it all in together and see how it turns out. I've discovered some of my best dishes that way. Look at the roses down there. And I'll just show you the apples now before I sign off, because there's a wonderful harvest coming along here. Though as you can see from the curly whirly leaves, a little bit of rain wouldn't go amiss at this point. So fingers crossed we'll have a bit of a downpour. And I'm going to leave you with images of the Lunacy garden. Happy solstice.